Action! What's up, everyone? As you may or may not know, we were supposed to have a fit club today, right? And we are. These are the people that made the time, put in the effort to show up. Did we actually have a fit club? Not yet. We might still have it, but the most important thing is that we were sharing stories. Sharing stories of things that we didn't even know existed from each other. But the one thing I want to share with you guys is the reason why I'm here now is because I'm sitting with three amazing people that have transformations within themselves. The power of this fit club, like if we didn't hold this today, I would have never saw Carlos. I haven't seen Carlos in like God knows how long. I haven't seen Nelly, never. No, I met you once at Super Saturday. I mean, I see Valentino all the time. But it's like, just when we share stories, that's what Fit Club is all about. Because you could get fit in life, fit in health, fit in happiness, and fit in love. And most importantly, fit in money. Because Nelly, right, we started talking about stories, and I told her, like, what has been her biggest transformation, but she thinks it was just her body, right? But it was bigger than that, right?
Yeah.
Like, what would you say? What else did you? What would you say was bigger than just the body?
The way I feel, you know, like I'm getting motivated, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. I get the support that I need, and I have saved a lot of money, you know. Yes.
How much money have you been saving every month?
Well, I don't know how much, but I know before. I used to spend $5, you know, for breakfast, and then like $10 for lunch every single day at work.
Wow. So that's like $17 a day.
Yes. Like close to $17 plus tax, you know.
And just tell them, like, how did those, when you spent $17, how did it make you feel? Like when you had the food, how did you feel after you had that food?
Crappy. You know, I was always tired, never full. You know, I was always hungry. When I was done with that, and I used to drink soda, so like, it was bad, you know?
It made you feel like angry,
yes,
so to speak, right? Because you was like, I just ate. Why am I hungry again? Or why am I feeling this way? Like,
yes.
Why is all this going on? Like, you don't get it, right?
Always tired.
Right.
It's a vicious cycle.
Vicious cycle.
You were in a vicious cycle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now, that was that. How do you feel today, since you decided to say, you know what, I'm tired of all this crappy eating. I'm tired of spending this money on this food that is not making me feel good. How do you feel now?
I feel amazing. I have so much energy.
Like what else do you feel like clothes wise?
Oh
like,
man, my clothes
relationship.
fit. Like I love it. I love it. You know, I don't have to hide with sweaters or sweatpants.
Do you used to do that?
Yes.
Oh my God, I used to do that all the time. How many of you hide yourself from the little chichito, right?
Yeah.
I used to do that all the time. I know how you feel, trust me. I used to wear sweatpants. I used to buy an extra size so that I don't feel tight.
Yeah.
Yes. And I used to go out and I used to be like, I look good. Eh?
Yeah.
But then when I took off the clothes, it's like, oh shit, there it is. Damn it, I thought I hid it for good. I hid it good. That's one thing I know how to do. I learned how to hide it. And when you learn how to hide it, you become a professional. I was a professional hider. I know, don't be lying, because I know some of you be hiding your stuff too. But now, now you wear it. Now, how about your relationships? Like with friends, with family, your kids, and everything else?
I have a better relationship. You know, like before I used to, everything used to bother me. You know, and I used to take my anger on my hubby, my kids, on everything. You know, now we have a better relationship. Like, I love it now.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? It's like you have no time to argue. Now you invest that time in yourself, in each other, supporting each other, high-fiving each other. Instead of why ain't you doing this? Why ain't you doing that?
Yes.
Now it's like that love, right? And that's the key. That's one thing that a lot of people don't understand, that the power of change within is the power of change without. Because once you made that change within, everybody was like, oh my God, Nelly, who are you? Right? Like at work, right? Like, or like
Yes.
when you go out, they'd be like, who are you? And where's the rest of you?
Yes.
Right? And how does that feel? Like when somebody tells you that, like that's gotta feel good.
It does. It feels so good.
Yeah.
You know, like I get nervous when they tell me that, but I'm like proud of myself because I have come a long way.
And it's gotta be a good feeling because you know what? It's like you should be walking like this now. Because for years, and that's something that I don't share much. It's like for years, I used to walk slouched. I used to walk like this, like all the time.
To hide the belly.
To hide the belly, or it was like I wasn't confident.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're not confident, you slouch. And I know many of you probably slouch right now, right? So, but when and this goes back to my like grammar school years. Like I used to walk like this, and then somebody was like, "Yo, why you walking tough?" I'm like, "I'm not walking tough. I'm just walking," right? So that always stood in my head. So then I started slouching. And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm just walking like I'm regular walking, right?" But then when I started slouching, it was like, you know what I mean? So now it's like you're not walking tough. You're walking proud. Now you're happy, like fulfilled, like I did this shit. Like I just completed something that I've never completed in life.
And I wasn't confident at all.
Right.
My self-esteem was very low. You know, and I used to care what people used to think about me or what they used to say.
And now what?
Now I don't give a shit.
Uncensored! This is how it's done! This is the real deal! But you know what, guys? Like, this is what, like, listen, one of the things, they think that I don't get nervous when I press live, but I get nervous when I press live. So I told them, I was like, listen, I want this to be real. This is like a round table right now. We're just having a conversation. Listen, this was deeper. I wish I would have turned on this camera like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it was good.
But it was some good stuff. We're going to try to get as much as what we spoke about before. We're going to try to talk as much right now. So, like, what can you tell someone right now of who you were to who you are today? Like, what can you tell, like, what can you motivate someone out there that's probably like, I don't know, like, I don't feel like this. What can I do in my life right now? Like, what can you, like,
you know, like,
who were you? Let me ask you that question. Who were you before you changed your life?
I was miserable. I just hated myself. You know, like, I don't know.
Good. This is a breakthrough. Let's go with it. Yeah.
I didn't want to exist, you know. I was just living for my kids and my husband, but not for me.
How do you feel now?
You
feel
don't make me cry.
I'm getting teary-eyed. Y'all better be getting teary-eyed too, man.
I feel good about myself, you know, and I'm happy. Like my kids are seeing a different me, and I love the way everything is going right now. I just love it, you know.
Now, when your coach reached out to you and you said yes, would you consider that the best day of your life?
Yes.
Aside from your kids, of course.
Yes.
Because that right there, that coach said, Nelly, I believe in you. You can do it. And you was like doubtful within yourself. But you had someone to say, you can do it. And you did it.
And thanks to the team.
Right.
You know?
The support.
Right. And all the motivation that we get from them.
And it's like, and now not only is she changing her life, but your husband's changing his life.
Yes.
And that was huge for you.
It is.
And she had to fight with him a couple times. If you're watching, stop fighting with her. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud. Listen, not for real. I'm proud of you too, bro. Keep it up. You're doing a great job. Thank you, Nelly, for sharing that. But that must have felt really good, though.
Yes.
Like, seriously, that just being open like that, right? Like, who cares? Like, I'm freaking happy. It's okay to be happy, coño.
She
right?
did something about it.
Right.
She was you were in a miserable place. You weren't, like I tell my coaches, I ask my ladies always, I say, are you giving your family the best of you. And you know that damn well that the answer is no, because you were miserable. I was that miserable housewife. I was lashing out at my kids, lashing out at my husband. I was very insecure in my own skin. I was hiding behind fajas, and everybody that knows me, I always post about it, and one day I will show you all the fajas because I have them. It was a full-time job getting dressed and undressed because I wouldn't get dressed and undressed in front of my husband. And I was miserable, and my kids suffered for that. And once I started working on me, it's like everything around you changes, and now they do have the best of me, and I continue to work every day more and more because you're addicted. It's a great feeling, and you don't want to go back to that old Nelly. I know you don't.
And I want to elaborate on this real quick. Did you guys know each other?
No.
And that's the power of life, right? If she would have never spoken out, they would have never known that they had the same issue at one point in their life. If you're not living out loud, you're not changing somebody's life. And that's something that if I didn't do what I did and lived out loud, I wouldn't have impacted my cousin. And I would have impacted half of you out there that are out there right now and, changing lives or want to get their lives changed. You know what I'm saying? So they don't even know each other, but they got a relation. I don't know about you, but I just found a connection. We just found a sisterhood. Woo! And that's powerful. That's the power of fit clubs. That's the power of support. That's the power of change. Like, if you don't talk about your experiences, you will never be relatable to anyone out there. You can never touch a life if you're not speaking the truth about you. If you're not speaking about the truth about you, you're not going to change nobody's life, right? Because if you wouldn't have said that right now, she would have thought she was by herself. Like she was the only one that felt that way, right?
Yes.
How many people out there right now feel like they're alone? They're alone. Like, this is only me. It only happens to me. This is the only thing that's going to ever happen to me because nobody ever feels the way I feel. You don't understand how I feel. No. The reason why nobody understands how you feel is because you're not talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not talking about your personal problems, nobody's going to know what your problems are. How are you going to impact someone's life if you're not even sharing your own? Don't be a motivator and a changer if you're not changing your own. If you're not going to speak about your personal problems, don't be a motivator. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, powerful. Like right there, boom. Motivation. You changed your life. If Stephanie would have never said something to you, you would have never discovered this woman right here. This powerful woman that was hiding inside, ready to fire. She's not hiding no more. She's living out loud. So if you're watching and you follow her, you better follow her again. Just saying, I'm going to come to your house. Carlos, talk to me. How do you feel today than when, like, because I know you had successes. Let's talk about successes. You did a fitness competition. It was back what year?
2013.
2013. So in 2013, you had, like, probably the best body of your life, right? You freaking, like, went on stage. You owned that
Awesome.
stuff. It was your first experience. How was that first experience for you?
It was awesome, It was, first of all, just wanted to say, that it's amazing what is happening here right now. Because when I came here, I came with another expectation of what we were going to do here today.
They thought they was gonna do science.
Yeah, so
Ain't no science up ahead yet.
every turn, spin, and I think to me it has been so great spending this hour and a half just talking and sharing, and it is awesome because we got time to share and learn from each other. And this is the best fit club I ever my first one is the best. I'm telling you, it's great because
Honestly, it's
awesome.
my best one, and I've been to a lot of it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. But going back to your question, it was yes, I 2013 I completed the Fitness Atlantis Nationals in Connecticut. And excuse my English is not very good looking. But it was something that I had in my bucket list. I always admire the sport of bodybuilding, and it was something that I wanted to do when I was younger. I unfortunately didn't have the opportunity to do it. I did it when I was 45. It was an amazing experience because when I first started to go to competitions, I went to support my sister-in-law. She's a competitor, and I used to admire, the guys on stage. And when I decided to actually do it, it was an amazing experience because I got the opportunity to share the stage with the guys up there that I used to admire and cheer, and being on stage with the same people and competing with those people, I was like, man, it was amazing.
It's like a kid in a candy.
Yeah, it was like, man.
Oh my God, I get to do it now. I get to do it. It's fun.
I'm telling you, it was fun, and you learn so much, and you build relationships and stuff like that. It is awesome.
And what happened? All right, after that, you succeeded. You fulfilled your dream. One of your bucket lists, right?
Yeah.
You fulfilled that. Now, years later, what happened?
Right after the competition, the guy that used to train me decided to not do it anymore because he's a police officer down south, and he was kind of busy doing his stuff, police work and stuff like that. So I was like left by myself, and I tried to do the best I could. We used to buy magazines and follow diet plans and routines and stuff like that. But I felt kind of lost, and I just fell out of the wagon. I fell out of the bandwagon, like the people say. And unfortunately, all that hard work that I put, to get onto, on stage and stuff like that, and have the transformation in my body, just went out the window. I was telling them a little short time before, up to the point that I gained all the weight back.
How much did you gain
actually more.
How much did you gain back?
Actually, everything. I just when I was on the preparing myself, I was like 184. I lost a total of 50 pounds when I went on stage. No, I mean not 50, 40 pounds when I went on stage. Then I end up gaining that and more after. Before I started the program, Beachbody.
Wait. We can't talk about that.
No.
How many times did you tell me no? Let's talk about that first, right? So it's like, so you lost yourself, right?
I lost myself.
You lost yourself.
Even though that I was going to the gym every day, I was a gym rat. I was going to the gym every day. I was lifting, every day. But my how you call it? My ego. No. I used to eat a lot of crap. I didn't have the discipline. It doesn't matter how much you work out, but if you don't eat right, your nutrition. Nutritionally, I was like out of it. Totally. A lot of people think because they go to the gym and they lift and do 1,000 abdominals. If you don't eat right, you're wasting your time. Honestly, you are wasting your time because your nutrition is everything. People say, I bought these machines for the abs and blah blah blah. But if you don't,
I know that was you. Somebody said yes.
Yeah, exactly. Nutrition is the abs are made in the kitchen.
That's right.
Your body is made in the kitchen. Exercises. It helps you accelerate to get to the point that you want to get. But your nutrition is everything. It's the base of everything.
So that's what you were missing for.
I got lost. I was completely lost.
So after telling me no 100 times, after he told me no 100 times, as my job as a coach, I have to give him vision. I have to show him that it's possible. He was a gym guy. He did not believe in at-home workouts.
No,
right?
no.
He didn't believe in at-home workouts.
Even that I had, my fiancée, she's been
Rosie.
Rosie, you're gonna kill me. But she had all this. She has been a Beachbody customer for a while.
She's a Beachbody fanatic.
And she had almost all of them at home. They were right there, and I never used it because I felt that working at home wasn't right for me, because I used to go. I love to go to the gym.
So now that transition when you was like, okay, Hector, all right, let's do it. All right. So now
That was funny.
That was funny stuff. So now you got Shakeology. You did Hammer and Chisel.
Hammer and Chisel.
That's his program.
Yeah, I earned this. I didn't want this. I earned this.
So now you did the combination of Shakeology and at-home workouts since you hated it.
I used to hate it.
And now, what do you feel now? Like, number one, how much did you lose? How much did you lose?
28 pounds.
28 pounds in 60 days, right? 60 days.
Since actually the first the program, this one,
right?
I lost 16.
Oh, 16 pounds.
16
so 16 in 16 days. 60 days.
Yeah.
How did you? What did Shakeology do for you? Like what it has done for you?
I mean, it helped me a lot. I'm not, in my personal opinion, it helped me a lot with the cravings of junk and sugar, because honestly I love sweets. I love Dunkin' Donuts, cakes, candy.
I want a donut.
You name it. I was those sugary lattes, and I'm telling you. But since I started taking the Shakeology, I got honest truth. I don't crave those things anymore. I just in my person. That's my person. That how it worked for me.
Right.
I just don't have the cravings anymore.
And now, how you feel now, like working out at home? How does that like? Obviously, people that are watching right now probably watch me every day screaming on my phone. But like, how do you feel when you work out for those 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever at home? Like, do you care? Like, you just give it your all right there?
I'm just I work out in the afternoon after work, because I start early in my job. I start at 5 in the morning. So, I do it after I get out of work around. I gotta pick up my son around 3 o'clock. That's when I start my workout. But I just can't wait to go home and do my stuff.
Now he's addicted.
I'm addicted. I'm addicted to it.
What he's trying to tell you guys is that in order for you to know, you have to start.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Now, if you would, if I wouldn't have been insisting you, I'm like, yo, vamos, que esto espera, avanza.
I'm telling you,
and then you did it, and now you feel amazing. Now, not only you, but now Rosie's in it. Now she's fighting.
No, she's. I'm telling you, she started following the nutrition guide, and she started doing. She's doing 21-day fix.
Right.
She has lost a total of 16 pounds, and she looks amazing. She's very happy with the results. Right. She's looking hot. I gotta keep the eye on her.
He's coming home soon. Don't worry about it. He's coming home soon.
I'm watching. So she looks great. She's very happy, and I'm telling you, it has been great. It has been great.
You know what it is? It's the power of sharing. Right?
Yeah.
Because if I would have stood quiet and I would have never been insisting to my cousin, he wouldn't have changed his life the way he just did, and now he's changing his wife. But not only that, but he has a few customers that came to him because he impacted them for what he did. Nelly, the same thing. Like, people are noticing these people's transformations because they decided to make a change within themselves. Like, if you don't want to change yourself, how are you going to change others? You got to put yourself through the battles so that you can teach people how to fight the wars. You know what I mean? Like, that's how we got to do it. Like, as a team, like, we're 4 here. There's a million other customers and Beachbody coaches out there that are doing the same thing. And we're just here to share our stories. Because one of the things we spoke about is that, what we do wasn't always our passion. It was something that we gained because we started loving ourselves again. When you start loving yourself, you're going to be easy to love everybody else. You're going to be easy like you with your husband and your kids, your wife, your kids, and your friends and everybody else. You're going to start loving each other more. Because you can give that love because now you love yourself. And when you love yourself, you feel amazing, right? Like I've heard your story, but they haven't. It's like, who were you then? So who are you today?
It's a total 180. Like I said before, I was a stay-at-home mom. I was 47 pounds overweight. I lived on the couch. I didn't want to do chores. I had no energy to do chores. All I was doing was eating away at my feelings, hiding under fajas. I've always been a size 4, 6 at the most, and I was a size 12, 10 with a faja. And I was lashing out at my mother, my children, my husband, mainly my husband, because I was so insecure in my own skin. Like, I had lost the person I was before, before I became a mom and before I put on 40 plus pounds. So I lost myself completely in that. And the person I am now, I started with a 21-day fix. I lost 17 pounds that first round between a 3-day cleanse and with Shakeology and 21-day fix. But it was addicting. It was like a domino effect, and I was unstoppable. I'm like, wait, I can do that. Like, seriously, before Beachbody, I was contemplating, and a lot of people know this, I was contemplating surgery. I was ready to go have the tummy tuck, the liposuction, and my husband, my husband, God bless him, he's like, why don't you just eat clean and work out? And I'm like, I've been doing that, but it's not working. It just, my body was not budging, and I had seen Carolina.
Great job, Raj.
I had seen Carolina lose like 80 pounds with Insanity and Shakeology, and what drew me to everything was Shakeology. I'm a former paralegal, so I did my research on it. I loved everything that it had to say, and I saw her giving it to her child, so I'm like, wait, it's not to losing weight, this is nutritional. And I knew it was the missing link for me. And so once I did that with the program, it was a domino effect, and I was unstoppable. I didn't want to keep on, I didn't want to look back just to see how far I came. But it was a domino effect. I started inspiring people. I was naturally sharing, because the biggest thing for me was I was eating so much. And this is what I tell everybody who knows me. I'm like, I was eating 6, 7 times a day, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, look at all my food. Look at all I couldn't even fit all the pictures of all the food in one day. And I'm like, and I'm losing weight. I'm melting here.
Right.
People,
seriously, isn't it crazy that people tell you nowadays, oh, but I only eat twice a day.
oh my God.
And they think that that's a solution, right? But then when you tell them, but I eat 5, 6 times. Oh my God, that's a lot of food. I can't eat that much.
Exactly.
You crazy? If I eat that much, I'm going to get big.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the opposite. If you eat more
You're right.
portion, you're going to lose more weight. But when you're starving yourself, your body stores that sugar, and it turns into fat. And when it turns into fat, you got the little rolita. You know that little rolita right here? I still got it. That's because I'm not leaving the carbs, all right? Don't judge me. But it's like, that's crazy, right? Like we overthink. And it's like, I was telling them, is like, the simple things of life make a big difference. Sometimes we overthink these things about change, about transformations, workouts, like family. We start overthinking these things when all we have to do is just live. Just be ourselves. Be happy. Understand that God gave you this life for a purpose, with a purpose, right? And they didn't know that. I didn't know that when I started. I didn't know I was going to be who I am today when I made that decision to go work out for Insanity for freaking 45 minutes and kill myself on the floor at 5 in the morning. I didn't know I was going to be like that. But I did. And, you did it. You did it. You did it. Like, my story is, back in 2011, I made a decision because my jeans didn't fit. That was my story then. And it was like I was a size 40 and I was about to be a size 42. And I was like, no way. Este no va a subir más nada. Aquí me quedo a las 40 y that's it. So then I started working out. I bought some programs that I didn't like, and then a friend introduced me to Insanity. And then that's when I was like, I always wanted that cardio in a place. I don't want to go out. I hated the gyms at the time. I went to the gyms, but I didn't like it as much. But then I was like, I did the routine. The first day, the fit test, I was like, I'm in love. This is exactly what I wanted. And then from there on out, I started the workout. And on the 26th day, how many of you ever wanted to quit? Did you want to quit?
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I almost quit on the 26th day of Insanity. That day, I woke up, went to the living room, pressed play, and my body was tired, shut down. And I was like ready to quit. Say, you know what? Let me take a day off. I go tomorrow. It goes back to what I was telling you with the chart I was posting. I was like, but damn, if I don't work out today, it won't look good on my chart. Or it won't look good on posting because I won't post it. I'm not going to lie and say day 26, I'm not going to lie. So, I went back to my bed. I turned everything off. I went back to my bed. And then I was like, what am I doing? That's the day I self-talked myself. I said, do you want to continue quitting what you started? Because I know many of you done. Everything I started before that time, I quit. The only thing I ever excelled at was sports, which is baseball, bowling. That's my excel. Everything else, I started it and I'm going to quit. But that 26th day, I sat down there and I started talking to myself and I was like, Hector, if this is the life you want to live, then you're going to go back to where you were, or do you want to change it? And I got up from that couch, I went to the living room, I pressed play, and I was like, ay.
I love it.
And then it was like, you know what? The way I started wasn't the way I finished. I finished with more energy. I overcame that wall that we all have. We all have a wall. All of us have